What's up, fam? This your boy Cut to the Chase TV. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and be sure to share this video. I got some news for you Negroes today. YouTube star Cory Pritchett Jr. is wanted by the feds after allegedly kidnapping 2 women and then fleeing the country to Dubai. And the moment the news hit the internet, everybody's acting surprised, everybody's shocked, everybody's saying that he crashed out and threw his career away over 2 women. I'm not one of those people. Now, I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm just saying I don't know the full side of the story. Yes, I read the article. Yes, I read the women's statements. Yes, I reviewed the evidence. But the fact still remains that we only hearing the story from the women's perspective. We haven't heard what Cory got to say about all this. Now, I do admit, him fleeing the country, him running away, him going to Dubai, that looks guilty as hell. That's a side of guilt. Because if I'm under the impression that I committed a crime, if I'm under the impression that 2 women is going to the police about me, the last thing I'm going to do is run. I'm going to stay in the U.S. and fight the charges. I got the money. I got the clout. What the hell I'm running for? So those are the questions Cory got to answer. And I'm just going to say this. I'm going to just throw this out here. I listened to the story. I read what the women wrote. I reviewed their statements. I think a big piece of the story is missing. I think they withholding valuable information. Yes, I get what they saying because the story they telling really don't make sense. So I'm finna read this article to you guys. We finna break it down and we gonna come to the conclusion about the real reason why Cory allegedly crashed out and took these women hostage. It is shocking. Let's go. Boom. Here's the article. It says a family vlogger and online rapper whose YouTube channel amassed over 1 million subscribers is accused of briefly kidnapping a woman in Texas before then relocating outside the U.S. Cory Pritchett Jr., 26, was charged on December 26 with 1 count of aggravated kidnapping. He is accused of taking the woman on a high-speed car ride with a second woman and threatening both of their lives, according to a criminal complaint obtained by Huffington Post. Pritchett on Friday addressed the allegations in a message to his over 600,000 followers on Instagram, writing, "Don't worry, laugh out loud. I'm finna give the details on here and in the court of law." So he issued a statement. Because right now, the feds are alleging that he ran away. But Cory got on Instagram and saying, "I'm finna give y'all the details on here and in the court of law." So that shows me that he does plan on making a trip back to the United States of America. Even he know you can't run forever. So let's continue reading. The incident underpinning the charge allegedly took place on November 23rd in the Houston area, with the 2 women telling police that they planned to ride ATVs with Pritchett and go bowling at night, according to the complaint. But after they arrived at the bowling alley, the women thought the rapper seemed to be acting suspicious and they asked him to leave, which he did. So let me get this straight. Cory meets a woman. He invites her out. She invites her friends. They go do a workout. They go ride ATVs. And then they go to the bowling alley. And that's when the women say he changed. He started acting suspicious. He kept walking away. He kept looking over his shoulder. He kept whispering to the homeboys. And the women said he was acting so creepy. That's when they said, "Man, you got to raise up out of here. You got to get the hell away from us." And they said he simply left. So let's get that straight. The women said Cory was acting suspicious. She said him and his homies kept whispering, kept looking over their shoulder because they had a feud with somebody at the bowling alley. The women told them to leave. The men left. All right, let's continue reading. One of the women later messaged Pritchett to say they had left some items in his car, according to the complaint. Pritchett met with the women at a parking lot and offered to give them a ride home, to which they agreed. So, alright, this dude is acting strange at the bowling alley. He's acting so strange that y'all told him to leave. But once y'all found out y'all left some belongings in his car, y'all called him back and met with him. He gave y'all the belongings. He offered y'all a ride home and y'all both agreed. I'm not trying to play Monday morning quarterback, but ladies, if a dude is acting strange, if a dude scared the hell out of y'all that y'all ordered him to leave, why get in that vehicle with him? If all that is true, Why would you put yourself in danger and ride off into the sunset with Cory after y'all already told him to get the hell away from y'all? That don't really make sense to me, but we just gonna continue reading. During the drive, both women noticed Pritchett's behavior was different from earlier in the day. Eventually, Pritchett drove in the opposite direction of the one woman's apartment and ended up on the highway, the complaint said. Pritchett was allegedly making phone calls to unknown people as he seemingly increased the vehicle speed to over 100 miles per hour. The woman said Pritchett pulled out a gold-colored handgun and waved it out the vehicle's sunroof. So let me get this straight. It seemed like Cory probably thought he was being backdoored or set up by the women. Because he drove past her apartment. He like, I ain't making that stop. I'm going on the freeway. And he started traveling over 100 miles per hour. Started making phone calls. Started acting frantic. He was legit scared. And he pulled out a gun and raised it out the sunroof. So I want to know was he being followed? Did he feel like the women were setting him up? Because we know this is a backdoor culture. That's the risk you take when you meet up with these women. That's why I don't do it. A lot of y'all dudes be all on these dating websites. Y'all be all on Facebook dating. Y'all be all on POF. Y'all be all on tag meeting these strange women. And then when you get around them, your conscience is eating up at you. That guilt is kicking in. Your mind is telling you, Negro, what the hell is you doing? You don't know this woman. You got them all in your car. You at the bowling alley. That's why y'all dudes be crashing out, be acting strange. Because you know you got some business doing what you ain't supposed to. You know you taking a risk, a leap of faith every time you meet a woman. That's the climate we living in. You can no longer meet these women off the website no more. You can't. They looking at you as an easy target and they looking at you as an easy lick. Fellas, pay attention. But let's continue. One woman told Pritchett to take her back to her apartment. She attempted to calm him down by asking him to pray with them as he continued to drive at a high speed, according to the complaint. At one point, Pritchett made a video call to an unknown person whose contact was saved in his phone as future wife. He asked her if he had the perfect opportunity and was driving in the middle of nowhere and no one could hear them scream, should he do it? The person on the phone responded with a yes. So wait a minute. He got these two women allegedly hostage. He kidnapped them. He making phone calls to everybody. And then he makes a phone call to a woman. And he says, if I had the opportunity, I'm driving in the middle of nowhere. No one can hear them scream. Should I do it? And the female replied, yes. We need to find out who she is. We need to go through the phone history. We need to see who did Cory make a phone call to around that time. Because that's a person who holds the key to all this information. And why would she reply yes? And my homie called me. Hey, I got these two females in the car. No one can hear them scream. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Should I do it? I'm like, nigga, hell no. Nigga, you looking at 100 years. You don't take the woman back home. Matter of fact, tell me where you at so I can send some help on the way. Because, nigga, you sounding crazy. You don't just reply with no yes. That's what I'm not really understanding. That's a very important but valuable piece of information, if it's true. But let's continue. The women feared for their lives, believing they was going to be taken to a remote location to be killed, according to the complaint. Pritchett took the woman's phone after noticing that they had been texting each other, the complaint said. Pritchett allegedly fired 4 to 5 shots out the window and pointed the firearm at the women around this time. He then pulled over on the shoulder of the highway and ordered the women to get out the vehicle, the complaint said. This is your only opportunity, they claim Pritchett told him. Wait a minute. So he pulls out the strap, he shoots 4 to 5 times out the window, and then he pointed it at them. He noticed they was texting each other, so he took their cell phones so they won't have communication, and then pulled over on the side of the highway and said, y'all gotta get the hell out of my vehicle. This y'all only chance. The more I read this, the more I listen to this story, it seemed like Cory felt like the women was trying to backdoor him. I'm the same way. Every time I meet a woman and she texting too much in her phone, she's stepping away to make phone calls, something in my mind is saying, man, she might be trying to backdoor me. We seen it time after time again. Now, I'm not saying you would behave like this. I'm not saying you take the woman hostage, go on a high-speed chase, shoot out the window. None of that. But you got to move careful, and you got to pay attention to these women behaviors when they're in your presence. You got to. We see they happen time and time again. Women drop locations. So that's all I'm saying. But it seemed like he felt like the woman was trying to set him up. That's why he pulled over on the side of the highway and dropped him off. I'm not saying it's right, but let's continue reading. When he drove off, the two women flagged down a Good Samaritan and called 911, prompting law enforcement to respond. According to the complaint, the woman stated that Pritchett had at one point told them, "I'm going to F y'all and then kill y'all." That's a predatory statement. If that's true, he needs to be locked up. Go ahead and come back to the U.S. Go ahead and face these charges, because that is ridiculous and that's despicable to tell two young ladies that. But let's continue reading. One of the women had screenshots from a location sharing app that police said corroborated their statements, including claims about the high speed at Pritchett's vehicle. Authorities were unable to make contact with Pritchett, but said he indicated on social media that he was leaving the U.S. to start a new life in Dubai. Now, that's what Cory got an answer to. Now, he posted on IG, he finna tell his side of the story, but you gotta answer why you fled the country, why you go to Dubai, why you purchase a one-way ticket, what you running for, what you hiding. Because I'm pretty sure when Cory comes out and speak, he's gonna say this: I felt like I was being backdoored. The women was texting in their phone. They knew some people I had beef with. They was communicating with the ops. So I left their ass on the side of the highway because I feared for my life. Now, I'm pretty sure he's going to deny pointing the strap at him. He's going to deny making a threat to him. Because right now it's he say, she say. Don't nobody got proof of that. Don't nobody got one proof that Cory made a threat. That's all I'm saying. Let's continue reading. Pritchett flew to Qatar on a one-way ticket December 9th, the complaint said, according to NBC affiliate KPRC. Authorities are trying to bring him back to the U.S. Now, my only question is, if this incident happened on November 23rd and he fled the country November 9th, that's almost 2.5 weeks later. What was taking the police so long to locate him and question him? Because he didn't flee right away. He waited a couple of weeks and then he left for Dubai. That's a very important key information. Let's continue reading. Pritchett have achieved fame on YouTube with lighthearted videos about relationship and family with his now ex-wife, Cory Pritchett, according to KPRC. She has more than 5 million followers on Instagram. The latest video on his family YouTube page was added over a year ago. He has recently seen to focus more on his music career. So yeah, man, I admit, this don't look good to Cory. It looked like he crashed out. It looked like he had a manic episode. You start driving fast. You start making frantic phone calls. You start waving the strap. I know the women were scared. So he got to come up with an explanation on why it happened. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, that's the story. Y'all do with it as y'all want. I know y'all gonna speculate. Is he guilty? Is he innocent? Was the lady trying to set him up? All those are legit questions. And I'm asking the same questions, to be honest with you guys. But those are my thoughts on this story. Share this video, give me a like, and leave a comment as well. And let me know, do you think Cory's guilty or do you think he's innocent? Share this video. I love you guys. Peace.